Hi, good day all. So some of you may be wondering what has been happening with KVTV. You haven't seen that many videos since the end of last year and practically hardly anything since this year. Anything really was Carnival. But that has been a managerial decision really. We are closing down the majority of our productions for say the next 2 to 3 years. The reason being is like for us to progress, we need our own office space stroke studio. And the difference really between an office and a studio is an office would have probably a table in it and a studio wouldn't have a table in it. It's just an empty space. We just need a space where we can do some filmings, where we can do interviews, live programming. Probably a little, we might have a little radio station going on. We would like to link up with the school, St. David's RC in the future. I think it would be amazing to get some of the kids to learn about animation, editing, filming, in front and behind the camera. So I really want to see us link up with the school in somehow, because I really do believe it will be beneficial to the youths. More than likely it's going to take us 2 to 3 years to do this. Will KVTV be doing productions in the meantime? Yes, but very few. You're going to see a lot. Well, I believe the direction KVTV would have to go, especially in the meantime, is I've been trying to encourage some of our current presenters to start doing their own productions, probably with their own camera phones. There are methods where you could interview people with 2 camera phones. 2 good quality phones. You just need to do an interview, get good quality audio and good video. But honestly, I don't think the current people at KVTV, they're more presenters. But as you can see, things are changing. The way technology is going, things are evolving, and KVTV has to evolve with the times as well. That's one of the directions I think is kind of vlogging or home video production is going. They're going to see a lot more people making their own videos, and KVTV is going to become more of a platform to showcase some of their talents. So I believe there would be a change. I'm going to put a link to an amazing video that I watched about automation in the description. Things are evolving in a hectic pace around the world, and I say we've got a 10-year buffer of what things that happen in the USA or Europe. We've got 10 years before they happen over here, but the way it's going over there, it's scary with automation and artificial intelligence. But I digress. Back to KVTV. So we will be doing a few productions here and there in this 2 to 3 year gap. As I say, I'll be encouraging my current presenters to make their own productions. I am always available to tell them how to do it. I want them to know, if they've got any questions, please get in touch with me and I'll tell you how to do it with your own cameras and things. But I'm looking, and I know they can do it, but it's whether they want to do it or not. Before I get into where we're going in the future, let me just explain what the next step for KVTV, or what's been happening, say for this year. Part of one of the reasons that KVTV has now been going for 10 years. In that 10 years, I've had the greatest time doing this, but I've been neglected a lot of things to do with myself and personal stuff. So I've been concentrating on that. And one of those silly little things is getting my computer area workable again. because it was a shambles, it was a mess. What you're seeing here is what is called a 6U rack. Now, everything in this rack was either on the floor or on the table. I couldn't even see my table. Since I've been able to put this rack in, I'll put the links in the description of the rack if you're interested. I don't know whether you'd be interested. If you are, comment and I'll put the links for that kind of stuff in there. But since I put this rack in, it's been like I've got my space back. I can finally work again. So that's taken me a little bit a while to do, but like where I work, I need to have that sorted out. So that's been sorted out. So I could do my little own productions and things. And I'll talk about the sort of stuff that I'll be doing in a bit. But yes, we are now going to concentrate on the Kvtvs. That's the next stage for KVTV, really. And sadly, because we are taking a 2 to 3 year sabbatical to set up KVTV properly, this would probably be the last Kvtvs for a while, or the last Kvtvs. And after this Kvtvs, either the end of this year or next year, is done. The following Kvtvs, if there is another Kvtvs, probably won't be until another 5 to 6 years, because it takes a little time to build up the selection of presenters we have to make enough entries for the Kvtv show. Like the first one wasn't until about 4 years, I believe. So it's going to take a little while to build it up. So it's maybe the last Kvtvs, but that's the next thing I'm working on. I was planning on building or designing and making our own trophies, but this is now getting into a time factor, and it's only now I can start concentrating on the Kvtvs. So we might end up just buying some local trophies, and it would be a much more condensed version of the Kvtvs that you've ever seen before. It won't be like the first one we had in Mojos, and the second one was in Mo Sports. And it was an event. This probably will not be an event, but I'll fill you in more on the details of the Kvtvs. Subscribe to KVTV, and you'll get updated on what's happening with the Kvtvs. But that's, fingers crossed, either later this year or early next year. Once the Kvtvs is done, I can finally concentrate on building the office space for KVTV. And as you can see here, we're talking about 3 15-foot square sections, which a little over that, which works out to about 700 to 800 square feet of floor space. And that floor space will give us enough room to have like a green screen and a desk where we could do interviews in a studio stroke environment. It would also hold our KVTV garage. It seems a bit weird having a studio stroke office and a garage in the same sort of floor plan, but it's going to be our garage for our KVTV car, and it's only going to be in operation when the studio isn't in operation. It's not a public garage or anything like that. So yeah, it's going to be in use very limitedly, the actual garage. So that is the plan. It's also going to be like it's going to be a lot cleaner than a normal garage, and the car would kind of be a centerpiece in the studio. So it's another place where we can do interviews, that kind of stuff. We have to make this change at KVTV, and it's unfortunate that we have to stop, but if we don't stop, we would really just stay stagnant, even though we've had a lot of success. Last year was our most successful year ever. We've just been growing and growing. But for us to really progress in this technological day and age, we need a studio. So that is the next step. So, as I said, like from now till in that gap period of 2 to 3 years, what I'll be planning to do is, me personally, I'm going to be encouraging some of the presenters is to make shows that they love with their camera phones. And I'm going to be doing the same, not with the camera phone, obviously, like, because I have access to proper equipment. So I'm going to be making some dietary shows. And when I say that, I've been in this country over 10 years now, and when I landed, I realized that Trinidadians eat badly, really badly. A lot of fried food, processed food. And this week and last week, I went to wakes. You know, there's a lot of people out there. I'm not saying that anyone who died this week or last week in Kelly Village died from anything to do with food. But I've been having this conversation with a lot of people, and we eat bad. Like, for example, our national dishes, roti and doubles, I can guarantee, more than likely, they're made with oil that isn't the best oil. They're made with white flour, which has no nutritional value to the body at all. So I'm going to be making some interesting shows where trying to make healthy versions of roti and doubles and Caribbean food. I'm looking forward to that. There's going to be a show about that coming up. We've got some like old shows to go up. There's a show with a new presenter as well that you haven't seen before. A girl talk show as well coming up. So stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe for any updates, and bear with us because we're going through a metamorphosis. So please bear with us, and we will be producing a few shows. If any of the presenters watching, or if you're not currently a presenter on KVTV but do want to get involved in some way and feel you got the confidence to make your own shows with your camera phone, just send us a message and I'll talk you through it. It's very, very doable. Good quality video and audio as well, with 2 camera phones. Have a blessed day and stay tuned to KVTV. Thank you.